I believe the American dream is still alive. In fact, I'll bet $1 million on it.
You, my friend, were labeled a loser, least likely to succeed.
No one thought I would ever make it.
Billionaire Glenn Stearns is betting $1 million he can take $100 and grow it into $1 million business in just 90 days.
If it's a penny short of $1 million, I'll put $1 million into it. But to keep this experiment fair, I'm going to do it all undercover. I won't use my name, my money, or my connections. Win or lose in the city of Erie, and the people who helped me get there will be rewarded. But they don't know it.
With $1 million of his own money on the line, Glenn Stearns will see once and for all if the dream is still possible in America. With only 17 days left, undercover billionaire Glenn Stearns is racing towards his $1 million goal. But currently, he only has $12,645. Glenn's only chance at coming close to $1 million is to earn enough money at a national barbecue competition called Rib Fest.
Rib Fest now becomes really where we can shine.
To renovate and fund the opening of his new barbecue restaurant.
This is now our new home.
What planet do you live on?
Now, just 8 days from Rib Fest, Glenn and his team rush to get ready.
Hey, Glenn. Can I stay on the rain long?
No, not long.
The Erie Rib Fest is a huge deal. I mean, it is the Super Bowl of barbecue with over 50,000 people in attendance. We need to make a great first impression. Since the underdog team will be competing for the first time, and none of us have ever done this before, not even our pitmaster, Christine, I've asked Barbecue Mike, who's also competing on another team at Rib Fest, to help RJ, Christine, and I understand what we need to do and what to expect.
We're going to use this as the front here. We're going to put your smoker dead center in the back. You got to make sure they can see that from the front counter.
Okay.
Your 10 by 10 literally is like this.
Okay.
The reefer truck is just a big, giant refrigerator. It's going to go here. It's always the opposite side of your grill. If you don't have a proper place for everything, you'll lose something. This is no kiddie games. If you don't come correct, you're going to fail. Have a table, table, table. Then you need a chopping station. You'll have 2 more hot boxes. If I'm going too fast, please stop me.
You're fine.
You are here.
Okay.
That's where you stay. You go nowhere else. This is your home.
Yes.
I think it's going to be challenging for everybody, is learning how to all work together, but I think once we do, I think it's going to be fine.
You have to take this very, very seriously, because if this doesn't work, you're screwed.
How many cases of ribs should we order?
Average, 35.
35 cases?
Roughly. You're looking at about 5 to 10 cases of brisket, about 5 to 10 cases of give or take.
Just don't know what to expect that first day.
I can't predict it either.
We are truly the underdogs at this Rib Fest. I mean, with 0 experience. And I don't know how we're going to handle the sheer volume of food. This is a lot of pressure on all of us, especially Christine, our head chef.
I just want you guys to be the top dogs.
The challenge accepted. When Underdog gets evaluated in 17 days, one of the biggest factors the evaluator will be looking for is sales. In talking to our consultant, Barbecue Mike, as well as Kathy Danielson, the head of Rib Fest, they say the top-level barbecue teams can sell upwards of $25,000 worth of food during this event. So I'm setting a goal of $25,000 in sales at Rib Fest. That'll prove we have a viable product, and every bit of profit will go right into opening the restaurant.
Nice meeting you.
Hey.
Yep.
I'll see you this weekend. Thanks.
But to make any money, we need a smoker. So I've asked Matt Sanders to help Chris Trott get the smoker ready for Rib Fest.
So I grew up partly in California, but also partly on a farm in Idaho. So this is like no homecoming.
I'm very lucky that Matt's here today. He's done a lot of different things in a lot of different places, and a lot of the tools I'll have him using today, he's already used. So he's going to be pretty important in getting the smoker to the finish line.
Don't pigeonhole your players. Although Matt is the director of beer, he's the ultimate MacGyver. There isn't a tool that he can't use, and if I had overlooked the range of Matt's abilities, Chris would never get the smoker built on time.
How much well did you put on this thing?
One really good one.
Yeah, apparently.
We can multitask now. I can be CNC cutting the wrenches that hold the handles of the smoker. While I'm doing that, he can be grinding and smoothing the weld so no one gets caught. And essentially we can get twice as much done in the same amount of time. I just like building, and I like helping people.
Does that look straight?
For some reason. Yeah, we'll get there. I think the American dream is still alive and well, and it's possible. So if Glenn wants to take a stab at it, then I'm here to help him. For some reason, I'm excited to help Glenn.
Yeah.
I don't know why. But while I've been building this, my other customers have suffered fairly regularly. And I'm, working 16 hours a day on something that I'm not getting paid for.
Chris has been under an unbelievable amount of stress just trying to help us out every way he can. He's really been burning the midnight oil.
I lost a little bit of sleep over it last night, and I'm probably going to lose some sleep over it tonight if I do sleep.
With Mike on board as our barbecue consultant, it's time to test the most important aspect of the business, our barbecue. If our food at Ribfest is no good, we will fail, period, because nobody will show up at our restaurant. So we're headed to Christine's to get an expert opinion on her barbecue. You set up a vision of where you want to go, and then you got to get there.
You can have anything you want in this world, except a Bugatti. If I ever hear of someone buying a Bugatti that I know, I think I might slap them.
Why is that?
It's $20,000 to do an oil change on a Bugatti. And dropping $20,000 on an oil change is like me and you dropping $20 on fast food.
I felt bad because he didn't know who I was or kind of what I was about. I had those boats and cars and things that he talked about.
I mean, these are the people who have multi-million-dollar companies. They just have so much money, they don't even work. All they do is just go on their yacht, drink, smoke cigars, and eat.
When you look at that guy, right, out there on his yacht, what's the feeling? Are you...
Good job.
You're not mad at that guy?
Nope. No reason to be. He worked his heart off for that thing, so he earned it.
I didn't take Mike's comments as he didn't like, people that had money. He respected people who worked their tails off. I could still relate. I have crawled my way up. I fought for everything that I have, and I wasn't given anything. It's the epitome of the American dream. I think Christine is up for the challenge.
One can only hope. I'm going to do my best to critique her in the same way I'd expect someone to do it to me, on how it tastes, how it comes off the bone, texture. I'm just hoping it goes well. And I don't have to get too mean.
I haven't done competition barbecue, so it's nerve-wracking, but I want the critique. I think that Glenn and I have a connection because of what he's went through trying to follow his American dream. He has a good heart.
There she is, all ready for us.
Let's go.
Ready to roll.
Let's do this. Oh, hi, Sunshine.
How are you?
How are you?
Not too bad.
I pulled these ribs off about half an hour ago.
You smoked this for how long?
I put it on at 4 a.m.
Did you grill it or no?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't have a grill.
It is a little odd that Christine does not have a grill. I've never seen someone have a smoker and no grill. You have to grill it before you hand it to the judges. It's always grilled.
So how many bones do you want?
Just give me 2.
Would you like sauce?
No sauce. Part of what you're looking for when they do the rib thing is they grab the bone and they pull. Notice how it came off clean here? But not here? That's fine. Okay. Because this is the top of the bone.
Okay.
This is the bottom, but that is what you're looking for.
So I did.
This is perfect.
As I sit next to Mike, watching him eat this food.
Sweet, tender, breaks so easily. Look at that.
And then when it's absolutely great, look at how this falls off the bone. It was just music to my ears.
Oh, there we go. Let's see how good I can just break it. Wow. That's perfect. I like it.
Yes.
How many of those do you think you can pump out the same exact way?
As many as I can get my hands on.
Okay. You're guaranteeing that you could do it all at once? Mm-hmm. Will she be able to do it in a restaurant? 100%. Will she be able to handle the surplus amount of food at a rib burn-off? I'm still at 75% on that. Because of the fact that she didn't go above and beyond to make sure those were barbecued and grilled.
Because we don't know how many people are coming to our booth, we don't know how much to cook of something that takes 12 hours. I'm still a little nervous.
I've gotten us this far. Let me do my thing at Rib Fest. Please don't do that because you're going to nerve me up.
Okay.
The moment you start...
Say no more. I didn't get my answer that I want. But what I did get from Christine is trust her. Majority of time in my life, it's worked well when I've had competent people that know what they were doing. There's so much riding on this, and I mean, I'm nervous. But the more confidence we have in Christine, the more chances we're going to have of winning this whole thing.
All right, let's go get the chicken on. I'll show you some of the stuff about the smoker. This is my custom-built smoker. Farmhouse Barbecue was my restaurant. I like everything about it. It holds 350 pounds of meat.
Now that's a tray right there.
This is hickory wood.
This is a competition blend. So it's a mixture of woods, and it helps with the smoke ring and helps with the flavor.
It burns a lot easier, too.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Headed over to RJ's right now. Talk all things Rib Fest once again. We've got so much going on, but our first impression is so important. On top of signage, RJ is in charge of apparel, and Rib Fest is the launch of our brand, so our t-shirts and merchandise need to sell underdogs. How's it going, man?
It's going. You're underway. We did a couple. You want to see one of the final ones? You can let me know, whatever your opinion is.
It looks kind of gritty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That looks good. Oh, is this the tees?
The baseball tees. Feel those.
Oh, that feels nice. That's soft.
Real soft. There's so much riding on the line right now with Rib Fest. We can plan and plan and plan all we want, but it's really just putting into work and making sure that it does get done.
Chris Trott won't take my call. He says, look, I'm busy. I'm trying to get this done, you know. RJ and I have a ton of logos to get printed on shirts for Rib Fest, but my real concern is the smoker. I've been trying to get a hold of Chris Trott. He isn't answering any of my texts or calls. I'm going to call Matt Sanders to see if he can help me get a hold of Chris. If there's any way, I don't know if you have any time, but you might be able to stop by there, see what it looks like he needs, and then, you know, run to the store, let me know, and we'll get it paid for.
I'd be more than happy to go over to Chris's and help out however I can.
Perfect. All right. Sounds good.
All right.
Thanks, Matt.
Thanks.
All right. Bye-bye. I'm sending Chris Trott a message just saying Matt's on his way. Yeah, I mean, hopefully Matt can see what's going on.
Yep.
Other door. Hey.
Let's give it a sec.
I haven't gotten much sleep. Really worried about the functionality right now. Will it smoke?
Really, we just need to create a fireplace assist. I feel really confident that I know exactly what we need to get. He wants to do a great job, but he's really worried about being able to get this done by Tuesday. The stuff that we're talking about isn't really in his wheelhouse. I mean, he's all about the metalworking and all that kind of stuff, but when we start dealing with propane and is it right and all those things, that's a little bit outside of his wheelhouse. On top of that, he's supposed to be out on vacation with his family right now, and you know, he's here taking a look at this instead. Got an update for you. It's not all bad news. Chris is stressed. I mean, Chris is really stressed, and we're going to come out with the parts.
Killer.
And I think it'll be pretty easy for Chris to port in what we need, and we'll be able to call it a day.
I am so thankful Chris Trott agreed to speak with Matt. I mean, Matt's somebody that understands how to get behind you and pick up all the pieces when you screw it all up. Okay, I mean, Matt is the sweeper. Perfect. All right.
Thanks.
All right. Bye-bye. As soon as Rib Fest is over, we need to open this restaurant. So I'm meeting with Dawn to go over her design ideas. So what do you think?
Well, where do you want to start?
Let's start in this room. After paying for all of the Rib Fest costs, I'm left with only $2,407. I need to cash in big at Ribfest in order to pay for all this restaurant renovation. But the only way we're going to get this done is if Dawn is frugal when it comes to her design plan.
I would really like to take these out so we have more seating. They're just pony walls. So, tables and chairs, change out the light fixtures. That's it.
All right, that's easy. And paint.
And paint.
Listen, Dawn's got great ideas.
Change out all these ceiling fans to more industrial. Pool table here, because it's direct line to the bar, and the jukebox over there. I also did pick out some tables and chairs.
They're grandiose ideas as far as my budget goes. So I need to convince her to shift over and work on a very small budget right now. We got to open on a shoestring budget. I don't know that we'll have enough money to get a pool table and couches in that time.
Restaurant is all about the atmosphere before the food in front of you. There are expectations for this place. Design-wise, the other restaurant, I really didn't have to do anything.
Right, and then to flip the switch so fast to move into this place, there hasn't been any time to sit and say, what is this place going to be?
I feel like I need more information as to what's going on, what I'm doing. Like, I'm given the very basics, like I'm on a need-to-know basis, but I need to know more of what's going on here. And I feel like Glenn is really rushing this.
You know, my mind is compartmentalized. Mm-hmm. Get the place. Okay, we got the place. Oh, now what do we do? Gotta hire people.
You gotta think long term. Okay. You gotta think like.
Well, if I did, then we wouldn't be able to get anything done.
You should have like thought the plan.
If I thought it all the way to the end, I would sit in a corner and cry.
If I'm gonna put my name on something, I want it to be done right and correctly. I'm struggling to just throw paint on the walls and say, and we're done.
You know, I'm just in a bad situation. I'm putting all this pressure on Dawn. I'm rushing. She's frustrated. It's unfair. I can't tell her anything. I'm just sitting here and I'm not giving her answers. I just hope she doesn't quit on me. Because if she does, I am screwed.
Overall, today's not one of my best days. I'm starting to spread myself too thin. And for Iron Empire, had a good customer of mine, a big customer. I knew they had a job that needed to be done, and I thought that I was all caught up on everything in my free time that I'm not spending with Glenn and Underdog, and woke up this morning to an email asking if his order's ready to pick up today. And it's not. Candle burn at both ends right now.
I'm sending Chris Trott an email about the schedule for Ribfest. The Ribfest load-in is in 3 days, and there's still no word from Chris Trott on whether or not he thinks he can get the smoker ready on time. Because I'd like to see if he can make it and when he thinks he's going to be able to bring the smoker down. So, no. Please.
What's wrong?
I sent Chris Trott an email, but I signed my name. I signed my real name. I mean, it just says I just need to meet with you tomorrow, but I signed my freaking name. I'm just tired, Tim. I'm tired.
Hopefully he's not going to see it.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't see it. Maybe he won't. I can't believe I've made it this far living as Glenn Bryant, and now I've screwed it up. If Chris Trott tells everyone who I really am, I am done. What I was terrified might happen has happened. I mean, I heard from Chris Trott this morning. He knows my real name and that I'm not Glenn Bryant. Now he may walk off the project. So I'm headed over to his shop to talk to him. All right, here we go.
What's going on?
I mean, if I don't talk him off the ledge, I think this is going to blow my whole cover. So, can you guys hang back? Mine? Okay. So, you want to go first, or you want me to?
You better give me a good reason as to why you weren't truthful with me, or I'm just going to walk away.
I have to find a way to diffuse the situation. I don't know how much you dug in to me, and
I stopped. I wanted to give you first shot to explain where we were.
Yeah, you know, with Chris, it seems pretty simple. He's a very transparent person. He wants open and honest dialogue. And so, you know, there's a time and a place to put all the cards down on the table. Right now with Chris, that's that time. My name is Glenn Brian Stearns. Everything I've told you is true. The only difference is, you know, I've started a business before, did fairly well at it. And to be honest, I've done well. But at the same time, I've had a lot of people tell me it was luck. So I've given it a shot. Can I do it again? Because I think I can, and I think I can also motivate and inspire other people that they can do it, even if they are 55 years old.
Why couldn't you be Glenn Stearns when you came? Why I don't do smoke and mirrors. It's frustrating. Why not just say, this is who I am, I'm going to go back to my roots? Why do I have to find that on my own and get severely and want to walk away from it?
I didn't want to have that feeling that you're going to want to join me because I got a lot of money. It wasn't what it was about. It's about showing people that have no money that they can do this themselves. But if I do that as Glenn Stearns, then everyone knows that, you know, that maybe they're going to get the windfall of riding on someone's coattails.
And so when we're all said and done, what happens? Because the film crews go away, everything goes away.
And I have a business here. My goal is to create a business that thrives in Erie. That doesn't go away.
I'm not going to blow your surprise. I'm not going to ruin it for these other people who could benefit from that. I didn't care that he was, well off. It just was the fact that I didn't know who he really was. I'm more willing to help you because you're someone trying to start a business here, and that does good for everybody. And I think the whole story about starting from nothing and building and proving that it can be done, I'm in. So I think with our conversation, he was able to prove to me that it really is real. It calmed me down a little bit. I'm still not thrilled.
I'm sorry that I've put you through anything that, might have been frustrating.
As long as he continues on doing what he says he's going to do, and he's at least trying to do something for Erie, what more can you ask? If it means I got to keep a secret for a couple weeks, whatever. Secret's safe with me for now.
So why don't we all start here, and then we'll just start spreading around. There's so many people over there that will eventually break up, I think, a lot better. We're here to invite you to the Rib Fest. Yay. We are the new Underdog Barbecue here in town.
Awesome. We're the only Erie team that's going to be competing.
The rib cook-off.
Yeah, so
we're going to be at Rib Fest, which, believe it or not, starts this week.
So we'll be done at Rib Fest. Not only that, you can try it there first, and we're going to have our own restaurant open up the following week.
Better than your mama's sauce, according to my mama.
Yeah, make sure you spread the word in there.
We'll do.
All right. Thanks, guys. Have fun.
Can we share it on Facebook?
Please share it on Facebook.
We'll do that.
Please. Tomorrow is the Rib Fest loaded, and then Rib Fest starts the next day. This is my chance to show that we have a viable brand with Underdog. Not only do we need to sell a lot of barbecue so that I can get the money to Dawn for the restaurant renovation, but I also need big sales to prove to the valuator that Underdog is $1 million business. Today is the rehearsal, where the team and I are going to see what we have and what we're missing. Cowboy Mike, how's it going, guys?
How you doing, brother?
I called you Cowboy Mike, but you didn't catch it. I've asked Cowboy Mike to join us at Rib Fest.
We do have a little bit of brisket. I sear it a little bit just to lock in the moisture.
I call Cowboy Mike the silent assassin because he's so unassuming, yet he makes killer barbecue. We are blown away by his knowledge of smoking meats, and I wanted him to be a part of the competition. It looks like we got the gang all here, huh? I can't believe how many people came out to help today. We have RJ's dad, his close friend Dan, and then RJ's girlfriend Alicia. I mean, even Armando showed up, whose schedule is packed. Today is a big day. What we're going to do is we're going to do a mock setup, and then we're going to place everybody in their positions. We've got to all be in sync and really know what we're doing. So just for clarity, it's smoker, griller, and chopper, right?
Yep.
Check the plane before you fly it. Pilots go through an exhaustive checklist before they take off because lives are at stake. While I'm definitely a fly-by-the-seat-of-my-pants kind of guy, I believe once it's time to bring your product to the public, you need to take the same meticulous pilot approach.
All right, so basically, I just want to make sure that we have everything.
I need 3 rolls of toilet paper. I need a pressure relief valve and a 5-gallon cooler or jug or something.
All right, so
I'll put down spices.
But you got that handled, though?
I do have that handle, but I'm still going to have to buy the spices that we need. We need a hose and a T-connector for the drinking water.
So we need that generator, right? Because
I got the generator. I'm responsible for the food and the utensils and the equipment. I'm responsible for pretty much everything, and I got it.
How do we know we're going to have the stuff for tomorrow?
bringing up what I said.
We don't know what we're supposed to do. To be honest, we've never cooked one rib together as a team.
Let's talk equipment.
I haven't seen the smoker. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, we have a smoker, I'll tell you that.
You said we have a smoker. If it isn't ready today, I really don't think it should be used because it needs to be seasoned. You want that seasoning in there. You want that it's like a cast iron skillet. You have to season it before you use it. With the smokers, you got to fire them up and just let them run. And if that new one comes, we need to fire it up all day long tomorrow.
Poor Chris Trott has been busting his ass, and it's just not finished yet. So why don't we set it up, and then we can see where everybody's position is, and then we're going to see the holes.
Obviously, we don't have the tent, but we need to basically get the build out done. All right, so let's take these banners inside. So this is what's going to be hanging in the front there. So the grill is going to be behind this on the ground, and this was going to be across the front. So this is the apparel one, so this would go over here.
It's looking good, RJ. RJ killed it with the signs. I mean, it's really professional, and they got that ability to have wind pass through them. So I'm sure with the big gusts of wind, we're going to be fine.
So this is 30 feet.
My responsibility really is to sit back and watch and see who rises to the top and really who is going to be the true leaders in the group.
Okay, where's the smoker? Back here?
The smoker, he said, is going to be somewhere in this area.
It's going to be like
right over here.
I think it should be this way.
I think we're ironing some things out. Of course, there are going to be hiccups because that's only natural.
When I look at the map,
It looks like there's a lot more.
It looks like there's more stuff that we don't have, right?
It's the food that we don't
it's
have.
the propane, and it's the heaters.
And we'll get we got the heaters. The propane is coming tomorrow.
Right off the bat, like, well, where's the generator? Where's the steam table? Where are all the big pieces in our setup? Where's the tent?
Okay.
That was RJ's responsibility. 90% of our setup was just pieces of chalk. I'm hoping the Rib Fest doesn't turn out to be the same way. Just a bunch of empty promises. Now, we don't have cash registers. We don't have.
I have a cash register in the garage.
Okay. I was under the impression we were going to build it all out today.
What?
Everything.
The cash register? I have to be the cash register.
I know, I'm saying. But we didn't build it out.
But there's no smoker, Glenn. This is what we need, is a smoker.
To run the cash register? I'm concerned about Christine because I don't see her stepping up. I'm just saying it makes me nervous because I thought we were going to set everything up today.
Everything is set up except the smoker, the reefer truck, and the thing.
And the cash register.
The cash register? I have the cash register.
And
I get it.
So now I'm the one nervous.
I understand. It's going to be okay. I think Glenn is starting to feel the stress of everything, but I think he's going to be just fine when it all comes together and he sees that we're successful.
It just feels like we're missing something. Maybe I'm wrong, but if Rib Fest is anything like today, I'm not even going to open the restaurant. You know, there won't be any customers. It'll be a joke. Now we're on a dry run with like half the plane. We're taking off, but we forgot the wings and we forgot the engine.
Glenn Stearns is on day 80 of his 90-day challenge where he wants to have a business valued at $1 million. But he only has $2,407 towards that goal. Yesterday, the team bombed at a run-through preparing for Rib Fest.
This is what we need, is a smoker.
To run the cash register?
Today, they're loading everything into the location where they must be ready to serve barbecue to 50,000 people tomorrow morning.
I'm off with Chris Trott. I want to see how the smoker's coming along. Holy
Hey.
This is badass, man.
Is that going to work for you?
It's going to work. I could never have even thought about this like this. Love it. I didn't even see that. I love it. Hey.
What's up?
What's happening, man?
Oh my God. I'm amazed. Like, it came together 10 times better than I thought.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys like it.
I feel like we belong in a parade with this thing, and we're just sitting throwing candy and t-shirts out to people.
Well, hopefully you win.
By the scruff of our necks, we got it to where it should work. I think we met the deadline, but just barely, and I'm excited for when it comes back and make it the best smoker it can be.
I love it. Well, Well, it's the day before Rib Fest, and there is a lot going on. RJ's really running the show for Rib Fest on the front end with Christine on the back end. So is it all there? Do we have it all together? What are we missing? It just feels like the wheels are starting to shake pretty hard on the car. Ready or not, here we come. For Rib Fest, the goal is to generate $25,000 in sales. This would be a strong number to push towards the $1 million valuation. But just as importantly, I need this money for Dawn to finish the renovations, as well as to purchase product and hire a staff for the restaurant's grand opening on day 90.
So Ribfest is a big competition. It's been going on for 20 years. This is our first time meeting the public as Underdog Barbecue, and it's going to make or break us right out of the gate. Good morning.
How's it going, Matt?
Great.
You ready for this?
I am.
You sure?
If we're not, it's going to be painful.
Too late
right?
now,
Yeah,
isn't
exactly.
it? All right, what now?
So it looks like here's where we're at. So.
Oh, look at those holding units. Those are nice. I like those. Look at that. So that's a really expensive smoker because we have a big old-fashioned smoker that a lot of other people are not going to have, but it sets us apart. Of course, I'm just speculating because I still haven't seen the smoker yet.
How you doing, Glenn?
Good, how you doing?
So we're learning a lot, Glenn.
About what?
We're the only one with an old-fashioned smoker.
Why don't we get this out? Should we get it out now?
So where's our tent? Our tent was supposed to be here between 9 and 10.
I appreciate it. All right, see you guys. He doesn't know anything about setting a tent up for us because he didn't get anything about between 9:30 and 10. So it sounds like something got crossed in the mail.
RJ, so they're from the company that doesn't know, but they're the ones that set up the tents?
Give me a minute. Hey, it's RJ Messenger with Underdog Barbecue.
I could see RJ starting to fumble, but I really need him to pull through for us. The tent has to go up before our stuff goes up, right? So we can put our stuff on the side.
I don't know if we're allowed to put it on the sidewalk.
When is the reefer trailer coming?
I didn't rent it.
I'm just going to call Matt and find out because the food's going to be here in about an hour.
So far, we don't have a smoker, we don't have a tent, and we don't have a reefer truck. So, we're not off to the greatest start. This is what I came with. This is what they came with.
No, nothing set up yet.
Yeah, we're moving them right now. We gotta get this stuff out of it. Yep.
We're working on it. Okay, we're on the other side. We're getting pushed out. I have to call you back in a minute. Oh my God. 1, 2, 3. Get your piece of work out of here.
I heard it.
Glenn, I'm ready.
Hey, listen.
I'm ready. Unleash me.
Let me say
Unleash me to them over there.
Let me tell you something.
Unleash the dog.
Listen, don't give these guys.
No, I know. I'm not.
No, but I hear it in your voice. But don't. Because of 2 reasons. No, this is.
I know.
Father talking to son.
Okay. Yes.
Listen, it won't do us any good, number 1. And number 2, forget about these guys. But we'll go farther the other way. We do.
Yep.
So laugh it off. Who gives a This is fun.
That's why I walked away.
But don't even pretend to be mad. Who gives a
I wasn't even mad.
Like this. Hey, I'm getting out of here. No, it scares the out of people.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
I said we take
I
over
agree.
here. So
All right, good. If things go wrong, don't go with them. The ability to remain cool under pressure is what sets apart the pros. I remember at the height of the financial crisis, I walked out of a deal very upset. Said, I'll never work with them. I'll never do a deal. Well, I needed to make a deal. So they withdrew my original deal, came back and charged me an extra 50% on top of what I was trying to get. Why? Because I lost my cool. And I had to take it.
I mean, I'm just doing the best I can with juggling everything.
Okay.
Hey, guys.
Hey, there she is.
Hey, Dawn.
Everything going well this morning?
Yeah, actually.
No snafus?
We're hoping not. We're trying not to talk about it.
Well,
I don't think so.
snafus abound. Like the tent wasn't set up.
But like as soon as that one's up, then they'll set up our tent.
Don't panic. It'll all come
I'm not
together.
panicking. But the good news is the health inspector won't be here until 9 or 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, so we got plenty of time.
Ooh, I feel like it would be counterproductive to send them this early, right? Underdog will do great. Everybody loves a local business.
Everybody else has like electric smokers. We're the only one with a traditional barrel smoker.
Well, that's already a leg up then.
That's what I thought.
Let's hope the food is as good as everybody says it is. Because I just haven't tasted it yet, and I'm so hungry to try it.
Despite having 100 things to do to get ready for RibFest, I need to talk to Dawn. You want to chat?
Yeah.
And I just didn't feel good about how we left things when we spoke at the restaurant. What I realized last night, you're not going to go, I got it. Let's have the crappiest looking place we can have. That's not going to be a reflection of you. And it makes sense now. And it hit me that doesn't work for you. But that's what the type of restaurant and the feel of being an underdog for me means right now.
There's a very high expectation for Underdog and for you and the rest of this team. And I feel like that's where I come in because I'm supposed to be the one who can excel at that and make that happen.
Here's a dilemma. I don't have the right budgets for the inside until we get to see what happens here. And when we see this, then we'll know what we're going to do after that. Managing cash flow issues is something that people starting companies deal with every day. In this case, I can't give Dawn the money she needs for things like tables and chairs until we start selling at RibFest. That's why our success here is critical.
I am the type of person who wants everything done at once for an opening. Because to me, that shows that you are prepared, that you have put thought into your business and your process, that you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm the type that says, where the stain is, you just put a sign that says, we know. Like, not
That's
really.
Kind of funny, actually.
But you could do that because people go, oh yeah, they know.
I have no doubt that we can make it cool on what you're saying. And I will do the best that I can to do it for you.
Oh, we got a tent going up. Hallelujah.
I'm excited to move on to the restaurant and put a little piece of me into Underdog.
Look at how they've got,
That's amazing.
These guys have got their together, man.
These guys are the real deal. That's okay, though. I mean, that's why we're Underdog Barbecue. Doesn't matter how flashy or the equipment you have. Like, as long as our final product to the customer, it tastes good, that's all I care about.
I got a problem, RJ. The ribs are frozen solid. So the ribs need to be thawed out to season, to smoke, and to take this membrane off here. We can't do that if they're frozen solid. It's kind of major.
That's a big, big problem. No ribs at RibFest.
These are not going to thaw by tomorrow morning. We have a few solutions.
All right.
We find fresh ribs in Erie.
Yep.
Or we trade with one of the people here.
Yeah, these guys over here are pretty helpful. Let's do what they say. And we'll get it figured out. Right? Right. Hey, did you know ribs aren't supposed to be frozen when you get them?
Are they frozen?
Oh, they're frozen solid right now.
Who ordered them frozen? I don't understand.
Well, she says she hasn't had U.S. foods in a while, though. I'm going to talk to buddy over here.
If they got extra ribs, we'll flop them a few,
That's not a bad idea. We don't really have a choice. Either that or we don't have ribs for the first day or two of RibFest. That's a big, big problem. No ribs at RibFest.
Can we trade you like 2 boxes or something? We were able to trade our neighbors our frozen ribs for a few boxes of thawed ribs, but it's nowhere near what we're going to need to get us through the whole day tomorrow. So I am praying the rest of ours will be thawed by mid-morning, or we're going to be totally behind.
So the trailer is 4 feet wide, 11 foot long. So hopefully you can keep it full of meat.
We're mad because of getting here. We need to get this thing set up.
Yeah, I know.
I'm freaking out right now.
I don't know. Like, the smoker is a big deal. If it's not here, I can't make anything. Oh my God, it does exist. It is real. Did you see that? It's a smoker.
I hope it cooks as well as it looks.
Oh my God, look at that.
Is it nap time yet? I feel good. It's out of my shop. I've never made a smoker, but I'm hoping that Google has taught me right.
Hi, baby.
Sweet. Pretty cool, though, man. It's not even done. And that's the beauty of it.
This is beautiful. It's a true centerpiece.
We should get our competition to come down here so they can start shivering in their boots.
Get the competition to come down and show us how to work it? So, I don't know where everybody went. I'm just going to go get the other one.
Yeah, go get the other one.
Because we haven't used the Underdog smoker yet, the team and I decided to go ahead and get the 2 smokers from the restaurant to start cooking on as backups. So Chris Trott is going to head over there now and get them.
We're going to put the briskets in here. We need to start seasoning. Do we have seasonings? Guys, every minute is precious. Come on. So we got to put oil on the grates. We got to get wood and charcoal in this thing. We got to get it fired up, man. Woo-hoo-hoo. We have fire.
We can put out a product just as good as they can. In my mind, the only difference between us and them is how fast we can learn this equipment. I can beat all those guys.
Ooh, I feel heat.
Going up.
Pull the back rope.
Yeah, we're up. We're up.
All right, you just got to stay there for the next 3 days.
Well, we've got 3 great chefs, and they're going to stay all night and do 3 shifts.
These are the briskets we're going to throw on tonight.
Does anybody have the paper describing the water since I left mine at home?
Uh-oh. We got to figure it out. We have no water.
Oh, is this plugged in?
RJ, we need electricity right now.
Then we had no electricity.
So we're way behind.
So we are making the spice rub. Don't film this. We are making our spices, but please do not show it because we have to have some secrets. So I will tell you, I am going to smoke some paprika though. So this is going on right now.
I just hope these ribs are thawed by morning or we're totally The meat is frozen solid. Like nothing can be easy. It finally hit me that maybe this whole joke is on me. Because all these things couldn't really go that wrong. Because then that would be a reflection on me. We're a show, man. Well, I thought the financial crisis in 2008 was bad. This takes the cake. This is what it's like to start a business. It's messy, and the only way to get through it and be successful is to have the right people around you. I will not let you down. I believe I've put together a strong team.
This is perfect.
Let me do my thing at Rib Fest.
Christine has taken on a lot of responsibility as our head pit master.
The ribs are frozen solid.
Matt always comes to the rescue. Cleet and Cowboy Mike are total wild cards for me. I know Dawn can handle the stress, but I don't know if RJ will crack under the pressure.
We're working on it.
The bottom line is that achieving the American dream is extremely difficult. Ribfest is going to test everyone.